Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Zen Within Yoga with Michelle. If this is your first time popping by my channel, welcome. If you've practiced with me before, welcome back. Today I have a slow flow practice for you for morning movement, but this can of course be done at any time during the day. We won't be using any props today, and we'll get started in child's pose. So bringing the big toes to touch, widen your knees. Send your hips right back to the heels and then walking your arms forward. Keep those hips really heavy to the heels, lifting and reaching up out of your low back as you allow your heart, your chest to melt to the floor, and maybe creating some space between the shoulders, walking the arms a little further away from each other. And just pausing here, breathing here. And if you are doing this practice in the morning, just taking this opportunity to greet your body here this morning. You can take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up your belly, your back, and an open mouth exhale. And just taking this time to notice how you're feeling, your energy, your mindset, your body. And setting an intention for yourself, maybe for your practice or for your day. And let's take one more breath here, another cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up your back, fill up your belly. Open mouth exhale. Sliding the hands back towards you. We'll come into a variation of a tabletop, but I want you to keep your legs just as they are in this wide-legged child's pose. Good. And then your hands are going to be the width of your shoulders. And we are going to take that right arm and thread it right through. So coming into thread the needle, you're going to lower your right shoulder to your mat and then your right temple. And then maybe extending that left arm forward. Now we want to actively press into that right shoulder and the top of the right hand, as well as pressing into the palm of that left hand and opening up into a nice deep thoracic spine twist here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Engaging your core, belly button to spine. And one more breath here. And bringing that left hand back in, press into that palm to help lift yourself up. Perfect. And then we'll just switch right to the other side. So threading that left arm through, extending your right arm, hand towards the top of your mat. Pressing into that right palm to roll a little deeper onto that left shoulder. Breathing here, nice slow deep breaths through the nose. One more breath. And sliding that right hand back, pressing yourself up, and making your way now into traditional tabletop. Okay, now you're going to extend that right leg all the way back, tuck the toes under, and press through the heel. Nice and active through the arms. Fingers are spread nice and wide, core is engaged. And now we're going to send that left foot back and pivoting the right foot, reaching that right arm up, coming into a variation of baby wild thing. Send your hips forward. And then reach your right arm towards the left. Nice side body stretch here. Keep sending the hips forward. And then we'll just reach that right arm all the way down and come back into that calf stretch. So bring that left foot back, press back into the heel of that right foot, and then bring that right knee back. And now extending that left leg all the way back. Tuck the toes, press through the heel. And bringing that right foot back, pivoting on that left foot, reaching your left arm up. Send the hips forward. And then reach that left arm forward towards the top of your mat. And turning back to the mat, left palm down, stretching back through that left calf. And bringing that knee back to your mat, coming back into our tabletop. And now we're going to take a flow with thread the needle. So we'll start with our right arm. You're going to inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to flow it under. Come all the way down. And then we're going to come right back up. Inhale. Each time you open that right arm up, see if you can send the chest forward, open up the chest even more. And then exhale, bringing it through. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale, thread. And then come back to tabletop, and we'll do the same on the left side. So inhale, opening up the chest. Exhale, threading it through. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. One more. And back into tabletop, into downward facing dog. So bring the hands a little further out in front of you, tucking the toes under. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips up and back. And then just pedaling the feet out here, making any movements that feel good, welcoming your first downward facing dog of the day, maybe. And always making sure that your fingers are spread nice and wide and that you are pressing through the knuckles of the fingers and sending the hips up and back, tailbone up nice and high towards the sky. Good. And then let's lift the left heel only, pressing the right heel to your mat as much as you can. And then let's switch. So lifting the right heel up, left heel down. Good. And then let's lift both heels up and then send both heels down. Take a cleansing breath here. Shifting all your weight into your right foot. Inhale, extend that left leg up nice and high, three-legged dog. And then bend the knee, opening up the hip. Think of trying to bring your left heel to your right glute. And then keep your shoulders even. So notice if you kind of want to rotate here. Good. One more breath. Big breath in. Big breath out. Extend that left leg out again. And then we're going to hug the knee in towards the belly. And then step that left foot in between the hands. And then wiggle, or heel toe, I should say, that foot out. We're going to come into the lizard. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Lower your right knee down. Untuck the toes. Holding here, lift the chest up, draw the shoulders back. If this is too much on your wrist, you can make fists. And we're going to take one more breath here and then open this up a little more. And now pressing into that right palm or fist, we're going to reach that left arm up and then open it up to the back. Keep pressing down through your left big toe, grounding that foot down. One more breath. Inhale, bring that left arm up. Plant that left hand back down. Tuck the toes under of your right foot. Lift that knee. Step your left foot back, coming back into downward facing dog. Walking it out here. Good. And then pressing down into that left foot. Inhale, extend your right leg all the way up. Three-legged dog, bend the knee, opening up the hip. Extending that right leg back up. And then hugging that knee in towards your belly, rolling forward as you step that right foot in between the hands, and then heel toe it out, bringing your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Lower your left knee down, untuck the toes, lifting up here. And noticing if this side feels different. Maybe you need to come on the fist on this side. One side of the body is typically tighter than the other, and from day to day, each time we come to our mat, the body may feel different, tighter. Always just meeting the body where it's at and modifying where needed. Let's take one more breath here. Good, and then either pressing into that left palm or all the way into that left fist, and we're going to reach that right arm up and reach it back. Keep pressing down through that right big toe, planting that foot through all four corners. One more breath. And reach that right arm up. Plant the hand back down. Tuck the toes under on that left foot. Lift the knee. Send your right leg back. Downward facing dog. Walking it out. Let's pause here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Pressing into your right foot. Three-legged dog. Left leg up nice and high. And now we're going to make our way into pigeon. So you're going to bend that left knee and bring that left knee forward, bringing that left knee over towards your left wrist, and then lowering the foot down. Untuck the toes on your right leg. Good. Shifting here, trying to even out the hips. And maybe it feels good to widen the fingers, widen the hands, and then press your upper body up, opening up the chest. And maybe you stay here or coming on down to the forearms and resting here. And doing your best not to have all your weight over on that left hip. So if there's a little space between the hip and the floor, that's okay. And you can always use a prop, a block, or blanket under that hip. And let's take one more breath here. Bringing the upper body back up. And tucking the toes under on that right foot. Lift the knees, send that left leg back, coming back into downward facing dog. Walking it out here. Pausing. Taking a full breath here. Full breath out. Three-legged dog, sending that right leg up nice and high this time. Good. And then bending the knee, bringing that knee all the way through. We're coming to pigeon on this side. So right knee behind that right wrist and lowering the foot down. Extending that left leg back out and untucking the toes. Shifting here to find the place where your hips are most even. So again, we don't want to have all our weight over on the right side here. And then let's take an inhale, lengthen, reach up, open up the chest. And maybe staying here or coming into a forward fold here. One more breath here. Bringing the upper body back up. We'll make our way back into downward facing dog. Walking it out again. And taking a pause, being in stillness here. Nice, strong, open, lengthy, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. And now widen your feet, the edges of your mat, and then walk your hands back, coming to a fold at the back of your mat. And let's hold on to opposite elbows, micro bend or nice big bend in the knees, whatever feels good for you here. And rocking your whole upper body side to side. Let your head be really heavy. And then pausing in stillness at center, let the arms release down. Just hang here. 3 full breaths. And then lifting the upper body up. Bring your hands to your mat and just lift your upper body up flat back. And now we're going to send the toes out, heels in, and coming into Malasana, yogi squat. So just shifting yourself in here. I always like to kind of rock a few times side to side. Pressing the elbows into the thighs, sending those knees, or I should say, pressing into the knees, excuse me, and pressing the knees away, sinking the hips down, lifting, lengthening up out of the low back, up, reaching up out of the crown of your head. Breathing here. Feeling yourself rooted and grounded. One more breath. And then coming out of this pose as gently as you can. Bring the hands back behind you. Come back, sits bones. And then let's extend the legs all the way out. Coming into an extended leg forward fold. So I always kind of like to shift the hips side to side, move the flesh out from the cheeks to really feel myself rooting down through the sit bones. Feel yourself rooted and grounded here. Press the thighs to the floor, flex your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, reaching the arms forward as far as you can, and either grabbing onto the feet or the ankles or the shins. Keep reaching your heart forward. Breathing in and out through the nose. Actively pressing down through the legs. One more breath here. Full breath into the back. Open mouth, exhale. Good. And now bring the hands to your thighs, pressing into the palms to support lifting your upper body back up. And then we'll shift the hips forward, making our way down onto our backs. Hugging the knees in, taking a few rocks side to side. And open your arms out to a T with the palms facing up, and let the legs fall over to the right, coming into a supine twist. You can look over to the left if that feels comfortable in your neck. Taking one more breath here. Bringing your head back to center if it was turned, bringing the knees back up, and then let them float right on over to the left side. Looking to the right. And one more breath here. Head back to center, knees back to center. Wrap the arms around the legs, giving yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Releasing the arms, letting them fall to the floor, lowering your feet and extending the legs all the way out, taking up lots of space here, coming into your Shavasana. Make sure that you make time for your Shavasana this morning. This is one of the most important poses to close your practice with, as it gives the body the opportunity to really integrate and receive all of the openness and fluidity that you've cultivated here through the blood, through the energy, through the muscles, through the fascia. And just taking this few moments here also to really tune in and notice what you feel within your body. Noticing how you feel now from when you first checked in here on your mat. You, of course, are welcome to stay here longer in your Shavasana. You can just hit the pause button. Or if you're ready to get going with your day, let's take a cleansing breath. Bring some movement into the body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles, gently rocking your head side to side. And then reach the arms back behind you. Bring the legs in together. Nice lengtheningly stretch here. And then bring everything into a little ball except for your head. Just keep your head rested on your mat, but hug the knees in. Take a few rocks side to side. And then rolling or rocking yourself up or over and up into a seated pose. Good. And bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart. Taking a cleansing breath. Honoring yourself for making it here on your mat this morning, for giving yourself this opportunity to start your day with movement. And if you brought an intention into your practice and it is something that can be integrated into the rest of your day, I invite you to remember that intention and feed it and nourish it and bring it to life. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you so much, my friend, for practicing with me today. I wish you a beautiful day. And if you like this video, give it a like, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to practicing with you again soon.